Abusia ya mama jo mama kwa bebra so mamuni ama udo biso nsema ya papa no ena jo February bo so me de to so aduonu no ye ba e de ba besomo ensam no da so pa anwumre na poso eni si ya no mo kasem ra so dwafo na tenase a eru anu mo benso a mampani na nanu dan kwa kufa do bo mu din se wo mo ministers wo na ba mu no wo mo edoso wonum oru akati ya mo na bobo nsem mi so a ye be ko no mo na yakwakoti mu nkyeremu
na dom kuma na fa wa mra hyebeje fie na asi abanse sabi oma na ni na ho no hwe no wotete na aban no so no mo do so dodo
ye dem be ko bokwa bonten so efiri awie yi eben tete ya atosom perfect nsem twafa pono so chese nyasam keto akra emrante ne baba wo bokwa bonten so ene ya soja for dia bani ye be ko bokwa bonten so ne enimdifo akwakodi nkomo afa bambo ehon sensem mu
na ye be ko homa no so ni ama ne bafo akobo nkomo abrante bi nkrofo bebre susu sa na adwe mu ka no kakra woku abrante bi waje ne kwafiri ne semu ya
na enyumre Sompa FM nsem twafa pens maduka tawre mrante be kwa kobusa Ghana registered nurses for ne say ensusu bi a eba se be ya nurse for kwa adwuma eni kwa so mukuta mobile phones no wo mo so mu seni ye be ko ne yakwakodi ho nkomo
Temwafo penyi Chief Justice ubepia mu wasante mantemu haseya webie court adan makomakomiensa
na yademo akoye nuabe ma Christian achua se ne mo kasei ba ma wotrimo demfo a wadane kontonko yoda mansan komu osisifo patapafo a woni ne di agro a wode ne nsa du etuni opeta bri ni ope ede ne nsa nyunwunu akwakoto no so no adanse amanfo edifa branch ne wono anwumre yebedi enkomo kakra Abusha for any afufro pin ya kekesi ne ne se kase aba bia wo bia na nwumre ye ba na ye de ababe sommo ma dwenche no mu nsusu mo fa meka ho abra mo ka ho social media platforms so ahodo ni nyina so mo ba Facebook wa ahaye Sompa 93.1 FM Sompa 93.1 FM o Facebook and akọ YouTube wa Sompa TV Ghana wa dwenche no nsusu o de bia bia hono mo a yeguso a ye be kase no ma nwumre no ye be kenkan de amamo ba de kasi ayeso manyumre na ya bo amalibia boga enyumre mene
akua bo achewa asempa yetia
yenye bre na fe nsam mo brodo ntwo yanko ne yenkotutu na sra ne abasamfo mamu ye demo hyase de afri o my God yemra so gefiem na ase atie fo pa twere ponyankrom pompa se ya demo hata mu nkumachi ototorobo nso tonso ba wi opotantimo a wade jafa dum ne mu nkum gina matata ehira mo be ka hye ne nso a be na wotwe mienu na wotwe miensanie na mampani na nadodan kwa kufu ado wachima piesie be ma bada power run bensumbi sesemra soja foji wonu mutumu a woma enkwaya asoafo a woma ebeboa no atoto omayi ama my Ghana for ntuma papa bi efra na ma wani tuase ne my Ghana ma mra constitution ene ma mra ni nchiama no esikyire no mampani na nadodan kwa kuforo na se mampani tu sa na mo no a o se komra so dwam na appointment committee no woma edoso wonum ewe se finiki ka wabia ni womu ho a na je so ma je wono tum ama ma akwakodi dwuma mampani no ede ahye wonum nsa enti na ru anum nso no emu be mienu na se no kasei woma akwakopia appointment committee no animu ye raketi amon ye mraso dwani o mraso dwafiem e ma de hye wadanse asokwa abaton pesua so mampani eboni din se mraso dwafo no doso no na fini kekawa bia ni ho a wono enen kwa soafo a obehwe my God na mfiri nyuma ere dwade hu nsensem so na ne okopia omanim no wode tugase so don for ya dom ama ni nua no mraso dwafo na gina tumu a ade obeye ho adwuma pa se aduane a kwabrani be dipa so obedie na obema kwan se minister ore dwade hu nsensem so ye kwokrade afiri obi ma so abegu omamu de wo se atwe kai aputo apology wonte ase da emasade ne enkoso ye raketi amone nsem a wode atudwane ewo mrase gefiem kakra ni
well, it feeds into the point that I just made about the import substitution. That is the whole business. First of all, the importation of everything that you can conceivably think about importing the country has stammered what the member of Parliament is talking about. Concentration on our locally produced stuff, the chairman is weighing it because we're getting everything. So from outside by way of importation. So effectively, the answer is in the import submission, and I've said that I've looked at a document in which cabinets already indicated some 50 areas of concentration. I mean, that ministry should make sure, together with ministry, other ministries, finance particularly, they make sure that there is concentration on those areas to facilitate development of the area for those involved. We're talking about rice. It's the same. You look at the quantity of rice that is imported into the country. I mean, when clearly there is installed capacity in the country, not adequate, I accept. I mean, to be able to do the import substitution, poultry, cashew, all the. Look, I also read that apparently we also produce, we import palm oil. I mean, palm oil, we all know that Malaysia talks about palm oil, and the South Ghana, we were at par with Ghana when we started this industrialization with our palm, not locally produce whatever.
Abusia we mraso adwani a wo mraso agafie de so mo adanse asoko abato mpesu asopa pay ena mampani na narudan kwa kufuado abo ne din se mraso agafo no agini tumu a won koye so afo be hwe maye yemfiri nyuma ne dwade hu nsensem so na abusia ne nkobo na nso a eno che na mraso agafo ne kwa kobusa ne se yeman yi mu ayetie obi ayi adwene ye ne se bibi eye home use a eye papa sen brand new bibi eye home use bia papa chen brand new na dai ena akwa koba ne sa ehona honorable Ketia Mono kwakoya no se wono ne penso semraswejafo ne gini tumu a ade obeye ho adwuma pa ene niema fake no a ye krabegu ye man mu ase no wo makwan masade ne nkoso enti se bia wo ye dwadini na wo kwakoto ade a ono no penso se soafo hwemfiri nyuma ene dwade hu nsensem so no obehwe se niema papa nko a ene ba begu ye mamu se beye na sa adwene no a eda Ghana fo tirim sai bibia ye home use bia papa se brand new no etimi asesen free ho.
It's a fundamental issue that some of us we don't understand. You go, yes, it goes through. I mean, you call somebody. I was talking to him yesterday. Called him several times. Picked up one. The second one, they told me the number I've called does not exist. I mean, this is why I just spoken to him in 2 seconds. You know, so it's an issue that we would be talking about. But on the consumer protection as a whole. Mr. Chairman, it's a matter that troubles some of us seriously. You go to a shop in this country, a supermarket, whatever, you buy whatever, it has a difficulty. I mean, you can't take it back. They tell you, no, you bought it, that's yours. It doesn't matter what defects you find eventually in the product that you bought. It's a difficulty. But I'm happy to, Mr. Chairman, announce the government isn't doing badly at all. Again, going through the little documentation that I have, I actually see that in the next few days, weeks, months, whatever, there is going to be placed before this August House a bill to enact into law, which is supposed to be called Consumer Protection Act. I mean, even to all these places, and the consumers are protected effectively by some ombudsman, by some established institutions, which are effectively in charge of consumer interest and well-being. What I have it here. I mean, the other day, I think the acting minister for this ministry made a statement on the floor of the House, and he quoted a funny case, a judgment in the 70s by, I think, the High Court. When there had been an issue, a guy has gone to court, and it was a Donald Stevenson, the lawyer, Donald Stevenson kind of situation, and the court is saying, now we can prove it, that your problems, your ill health and those things, well, because of whatever, it was quite disturbing reading it, because really there's no law.
Abusia mraso adwani a wa mraso agafie ma de so mo adanse asoko abato mpesu Honorable Ketia Mono yete ne nkaneja ena okọ mraso agafie mu no no oka chene nuano mraso agafo no nyina se wono no wo ba no wonum se oye senior prefect eti se omoye ne simple manua wono susu be ne simple diama wunum enti ene de ekoye give and take pa eduru ba bi no ne Honorable Kwame Agbeja na nya asem keto ne nyina mu no odene de na akwa akogu a se ne mo kase Honorable Brian Champon and ti appointment committee nanimu a ono so wato no boagege adam woyi ne nsem ano abusua ye ne de akire de befra to bia ne yemfa enkame mo
Yagusu ayegyina mu ewo mrahye badwafie na dom kuma na wo mrahye badwafie no na esu no wotiatia fra aban sa aban ye hwena ni mu animu ya tetewa aban ne so sa ne sa mudoso dodo wo sese wotena se pa hwa ho kyere ene amane a yekomu saga na fo a na ne hu behia se ni mu animu ya aban behwe na wotetena aban so no ni munyamfo kesel atoba forcing a wo no ayaba no dani emadom kuma no no anso na ye MP edema omanfo mo adwumaku enya ne Mono and a friends and drove for Shamuno do to manimu say. As some way the Mijina simply swa candia to ya say. And Kabaya and Kabai and ye, no one yet dear say. Nano and about Boama or my Ghana, Yakoyanim.
We in the minority wish to state it clear that we will remain committed to ensuring greater scrutiny and will spare no effort to proceed to protect the public purse. In line with this, we are taking part in the vetting processes so that at the very minimum, we can scrutinize the president's decision in bringing up these nominees. Again, the minority will not subscribe to a consensus vote at the level of the appointment committee. This will ensure that the matter is brought to the full House for a vote to be taken in secret. And I can assure you that we in the NDC stand united with our number of 136 for this expedition. We are calling on the following. 1. Immediate reduction in the numbers of ministers from the current level of 86 to 65. 2. The merger of the following ministries. For example, 1. Information and communications to be merged. 2. Transport and railways to be merged. Chieftaincy and tourism. 3. 4. Sanitation and local government, among others. And then agric and fisheries, if possible. The immediate reduction in the number of political appointees at the office of the president, we also expect that to be done. Immediately, we also demand an immediate scrapping of all amorphous creations and waste pipes. Job for the boys. Appointment since the assumption of the office of the president in 2017. The work of these undefined amorphous creations must revert to established entities in the civil and public services that perform similar, if not the same functions.
Yara atofose kasawie ya ena bano dani abedi achire ede madam kase no amrahye badwafia ono asanso ye MP ede mo manfo we futu onyimonyamfo Alexander Fanyamakin ebuoro no waka achire ne se sampa se dom kuma no ebetena se panzo obebo appointment ministers ya ban apa wo mpa agua na ne wanfa buo ama amrahye badwafia sei eno ka ne semsifai.
I would have thought that the NDC minority in parliament will give respect to the orders of the speaker, which is part of a constitutional imperative that when nominees are announced, the vetting committee, the appointment committee will vet them in accordance with the constitution. Let me state that the rejection or otherwise of a nominee is constitutional. A general secretary of a political party cannot sit in his party office and issue a press statement for purpose of political expediency, direct members of parliament to reject the nominees of the president. It's a sign of the disrespect to parliament, a sign of disrespect to the speaker, and clearly what the NDC is telling Ghanaians is that they don't respect the constitution and that the new leadership they just announced is not a type of leadership with ability to respect the constitution, that they have no thinking caps. They themselves would be acting on the dictates of the party headquarters. Well, history is observing what they are doing. Posterity will make reference to their conduct. And we think that clearly they are trying to obstruct due process and obstruct the work of this government. If you believe that government should downsize, there's a way to go about it. You don't stampede the government. We have vacancy at the Ministry of Agric. Is the NDC saying that Agric Ministry is not important? We have vacancy at the Ministry of Trade. Are they saying that that is not important? And chieftaincy. The government has its own priorities, and the government determines its direction because it has the mandate of the people. You may have your views respected. It is expected in democracy that we should have disagreement, but you don't use such disagreement to stampede the government. So I don't know why they've come to sit here. When you have a prejudiced mind, what are you coming to do?
For Alexander Afanyama Kenono and what to be dear Madam Kumano Mrashebegefi.
Abusianani afe no abeka ehwa ye ka wo se Sompa 93.1 FM ya nwumre no nsia kase ana nsam no ba bia wo bia na yeguso a ye de ema style bia bia no wadwenkyere ana nsosu abeka ehwa abra wo kan we social media platforms a wodo nyina so oba Facebook wa aha Sompa 93.1 FM Sompa 93.1 FM na YouTube Sompa TV Ghana Sompa TV Ghana abusia wadwenkyere no nsosu wo de ba na wode ato yen Facebook no so Sompa 93.1 FM na YouTube so no Sompa TV oti yenka osunyan ene ne mpotemu a Sompa 98.9 FM Sompa 98.9 FM ena asantene ne mpotemu Sompa 93.1 FM na busuya masukusu amutie no yento aso na busuya yemfamo entu fan free mraspeje fiem na yemfamo nkoboko abonten so na se ade mo kase ka de enka efria na dwi ede besi ne ade achiye enka antia asem papa oboko abonten so nyina eya hinsam ene asase ho apotwe ne ho manso a asore ewo mpotem ho no mo entia be na wotwini ene beto dwase emperifo bi no akwa ya mamre ne amane akwa si himfoforo oboko abonten so enam so mabambo mpenimfo de betu dwase saade na ekoso no eni kwan so mo mane tena honum enti kwan bia so nipa na etachire mpenimfo yes amamre ne amane no esi himfoforo oboko abonten so no se mantam na woso mo komantam wonu mu a omo anchi wo mu nyina enfom nko gina mra no enti ese anadwe na posifo a mampani ni abadu o makwa kogu wonu no ene asojafo kabo mu a omo etisi mu so omo ekwa kodi sankrofo ne ntete akwa komantam wonu ho so na mrante ne mabawa ewo mampurugu ne mpotamu esore esene ne aposifo no ene asojafo no mo ne omo de na sewani nsese ye ka kire wo na mrante no ede chesensem bia tudwa ka kire politicians a omo free mpotamu no mu a asemi baaye ase omo te baabi na omo ye takire wo dwom yodium samu a omo mpese omo beyi omo nim no omo ka kire omo so mu nyina ye na kwa omo de omo befa so omo mpotamu no mu no enya asem keto akra.
We, the youth of Naleru, we are not going to accept this. And we are calling on authorities that are in charge of this to stop it because they shouldn't take our peaceful nature for granted. For all over, they know that Mampugu is a peaceful place. But for this time, what they are doing, we are not going to accept it. And if they continue this way, in fact, what they want, it will not be good.
We have heard that the Upper East Regional Minister and then his cohort, the MP of Boku, Mama Yarga, and then this Avoka have said that if the Northeast Regional Security Council failed to apprehend the overlord of Mampugu, His Royal Highness Nabuagu, then they would send their Kusas military people to arrest, to come and apprehend them. And indeed, we put the signal when the military convoy left Bolga, and we have followed them until they entered in Daleru. We are warning them, we are warning the authority. We are warning the authority. The Mampugu is bigger than what they think. The president, we are warning him. Mampugu is bigger than what they think. They should not try us if they don't want a full-blown war. They shouldn't try us.
Yes. We are ready to fight what is coming. It isn't that we are afraid. That's good. That's good. We are not afraid. It isn't that no one is more. We are all mature. We are ready to fight.
We are not happy with what is happening because we were told that a military men are coming from Upper East to come and arrest the Nayiri and the newly enskined Bokunaba to the government quarters or to Accra for them to be sanctioned. Then we ask ourselves, what is the offense of the Nayiri? What has he done for you to come and arrest him? You cannot arrest him on that accord. Then they said we should wait for them to come. When they come, we will hear.
Abusanfo we aye mrantie binum a wo boko abonten so ne ekoso ifra na dwidi besie wie ene anwumire kura na ne ye tete e wo boko esewani ensese ye kacho ne nso ne nyina mu no aposifo ne asogafo a abaya sesa wonum akogu boko abonten so no enya asem keto ye hyembo se de ekoso oho bia ye ni edi akiri na yenkwa mo no so pani ba ko a ifrimra boko nsensemi esore ye ne na di nkomo a eyira Richard eye Kumado papai wabene pa Richard Kumado wabene pa ewo bambo ensensemu yankone ne no enkodi hunkomone busa se bokunsem no baby eduro no eya ginsemu na get out of hands ya na sa ne yakwa koduro na opene Richard Kumado good evening no
evening
me yiri sempom ye
mbachan
na boku baby ya ba bedu e beka se ginsemu na get out of hands na
Oh, that be Nyama 3 be na see. First one is government here. Ne hun say wente and away hu. And almost see on hini no almost see no. Until right after that, and our government here very quick with the response. Until that is one. Second one na crucial and say number one, government be very alert now are taking centralized position. So that nobody will blame government to be siding with one party. Omu take his centralized position. Et me black government na ama government that could go draw. Omu taking a reaction and answer action against any of the parties that will react aggressively. Third one, a government will call for a peace pipe, whether artificial or a real one. Then fourth, a government to water down the ground. Now there will be peace in Boko and we'll be fine.
Benum so fi say enra na joa soldier for ne police for ne your imagine say womo ekwa kwache ahemfu bi no that time no wasn't right say omutu sa na mo no eno so one omo kasa asem no ya adwene say time no ye nya ne ye emra omo your imagine so omo kwache ahemfu bi a omunim new Boko na aba no na hinsie ne ho bie no.
Oh no, say police there, police maintain law and order. And the police me arrest you any day, anytime, anywhere. Other under certificate of emergency and also more arrest warrant. And they don't know what they are talking about. But meaning that is not the issue. Once a government issue paper, so new or to go back to court. And about we are called Supreme Court to appeal court. Judgment in war. Yanya results in terms of maintaining law, peace, and order. And so what you do is that traditional issues are resolved traditionally. The law, court, about traditional issues, no judgment, all right, but only should be now open. And it is another thing government going forward we need to be looking at critically.
Na emrantie no so a ya no mo ne sojafo no edi ko bom no se bi omutie anwumre ya wa yo bi a wa bene wo bambo mu nsem mu edi asem e na obeka edi a kire wo mo youth leaders bi e bi a empanimfo bi wo ho no mo a obe suggest say enani kire ya omunkom no munhia youth no na asomdwe mra na.
No, near dangerousness I am share na ya kofa NDC MPP politics and for the call are results, the best idea. And that is where they are dragging their feet to. And see, narration by any comment, you know. And you understood, shiny ye, na kofa NDC MPP call. The call are a problem. And most of the prominent people from the north, one share not be one side, other one who other side. To make creative problem here. Government must take a bold decision in this particular issue and at this particular time.
Richard, I say, Bibiani, a best about Unchebi, Yamin.
Thank you.
You are welcome. I was here for Penny Richard Kuma Donny and in Aquacodin Common or Benepa or Bambo Munsum near Coso or Bokwa Bontenso and your Koya, Yenno Ekubu to my Kakrawo Hono.
Yen free boko nsensem mu ne anko senior high school self placement etiafo beka na wia ne de beda om se self placement na egusu ekoso ewo ye nto so suku ni mu and I'm so eme ne pani kwanche for the Ghana Education Service Dr. Eric Nkansa twetwe nkomo no numpo enu o kire mu no de to dwa se esuafo mu register mako 547,320 na omotena se register ye no emu be 322,780 aye ohanchichemu aduosian kono ana ma qualify se suku omope no ye do omokoto ye na de aka eye ohanchichemu aduasan so no de wona anya score penti na de obeya ne se self placement no eno do won ho be him na wie ye to ye se twofo gu montene so omonkoba pro ewo ye to so suku ahodo ni mu aye wo mantam ni mu woni awofo ne asuafo na ahodo na atwetwe nkomo ye nti amu nsem no bi
Friday, and I'm not saying Daphne by this war. I heard in Yamibe, Kakaka, and then we are so dear. So you're bumpire, any IB bedrooms. When you're school, now when you're school, probia. I mean, me banner, more fun from the world. That's why I have it duty. And then they do mammy and the nature. I can't show nature home, send him away. And then me about say because I'm with my number 5 heavy duty now I heavy duty now. Don't tell me about.
If I read HS, the schools now fire about where you are. Then I employ basement. My diploma ban. Me one thing come here. She said, "On bet me as sana mami." Na kiti ala na. Alin si ame ba. One of that when I mean you kumase. As a kind
Onya sentiment, Onya Cassia, Ocasa, now says a bear. Chase up the Indian to tell me for nearby. Because Moncaso said, cooked and as one can't say, the so sweet message. If you could only in fact, now as a new school, Tina, Yawanya, the abandoned Tina. Number 9, like a man, the face it game. From here to Bikosu. Karam, the day meet.
School CNA, see if you should back up 20 whole year. And a son of the BPM, maybe 300 pounds up to date. Tanzania, say this could be a mini beer. This could be a mini beer because of a beer. This could be a mini beer.
Buy no, and ya better. And you part of Dwana, the buy crack, Qsano. I wouldn't come here, school at cheap. I must say, honey, a join Q. Yajina was not administrator back on so I was saying. Any more so never. Into my echo baby brave. I felt to a calamity crime here. Into my colleagues ning na would be agent in a honor. The crowd don't be a day pushy ram one edger to see a yet Maria. A patrol major general as but the person Mrs. and I'm science. Aha, on Montreal, I must say, yen train be a 1 man time, and as a quine bedema. As I say, dear, or Munya quine, no Munya my.
How did we be from Anna Bidruha? Now, I Sabri above almost one. I feel a union, what's when your admission letter. To our how we bring to Grandma Conhan, easy. So when you so catcher.
Yes, Central for who do a more sentimental, more crime ready to count on a bob and some winning on the bay.
I was on fire and Fakasian and call a Chief Justice question year born at Sana Yene or Bampaseto was Santimanta Masia, one ne extra Chimang will be just south about on Pesuas was Santimanta Masia ne or Koya Mamrenia Mania and near court to Diamond Chian, Wakaku Biano, a war Achma, will be just south about on Pesuaso. Na Chief Justice Kwesi any ye bois a day and some say a tuja emra na a ye ubie a ye court to Dino Ano.
We stand on the grounds of new beginning. From the remnants of dilapidated structures, we stand in the moment of renewal, of new hope or rebirth of hope. A new building, as we are commissioned today, has always signified an opportunity for a new beginning, an opportunity for regeneration, for a new energy. For those of us in them, it is a moment that allows us the needed introspection. As we all know, is mandated to administer justice to the citizenry. However, it has been constrained by the lack and the distressingly poor state of physical infrastructure. These have over the years militated against the effective
operation of the courts generally. In the face of this nagging reality and undesirable spectacle, we have remained hopeful and resolute to fulfill our constitutional mandate to the good people of this country. Thankfully, the unfortunate past has been consigned to history, and a new dawn is here today as we all look on with much admiration. Courthouses must be decent in every sense of the word. The working environment should not only be conducive to productivity, but also reflect the authority and dignity of the judiciary, which is the bastion of the rule of law and democracy. I believe this building speaks volumes and attests to this. Distinguished guests, undoubtedly, the culture of rule of law has been a key factor for making our country an oasis of peace in the sub-region. The indispensable contributions of the judiciary to the country's robust constitutional democracy, as well as the maintenance of peace and stability, cannot be swept under the carpet. The setting and designation of this circuit court here is part of efforts by the judicial service to make justice delivery accessible by our people. It is our resolve to build a system of justice that assures our litigants and countrymen of efficient, timely, and quality justice delivery. It is therefore to serve the people in these districts and its environs.
Abusia wano ene hwa atentene no nsensem so was Ghana mema say justice kwasi eni yebua na yete ne nkanwa na ode afutuo tatuo no se adwumayefo bekwa akotena dan ni mu akwa ye adwuma no omo se dan no omsuso mbehwe ne ye na timi aboa ma atentene ne ho nsensem atumpon ewo mayimo nanso abankra chepani a owa atwemanwa biaja South Abaton peso ya so yewura Michael Amwawuku esoso ekasa kakra ne ono soso ede eto eye justice kwesi ni yeboa ene edomu a etwehia honomo enim nie
ko bebraka yi na aha ena yede to to ababashi you say biba na yewimi ekasa ekwan ne enye wadawroba bidi se okabia eyiye okabia ewom ntimedia na nanam musa na dia asda na yede ma wo de enso ye fasa kan so na yasre se wadawroma woni woni akuma eru amakwata na onka na faso na sum nanka wadawroma anka bidu hwiebe afe sese dre nanka ye ba na obia ba se ye mpanimfo na ye ba behwe court dibedi etie ana se obi na dina se ba hano na wanyira enim se yakana sie no wundi e wo si awoyo enti menka emfa ntuatu asoboa befa konya so na madam wase na mafei itu mada na Japan mensa apraku eya apem ha so hini mada na sisi akwan so nkoso na yamisho abra yewura chief justice yes
Abusia Honorable Michael Amwawuku ni yetene nkano na ya bankra chepani wa chemangwa biaja South Abaton peso aso omukrupon ene enkawie ntiene Chief Justice kwesi ni yeboa eko hono mu akọt dan mu no chian okoko bia no a ebeboa ma tentene ne ho nsensem atumpon ewo pon mu ho
na justice anim yebo wutimi ho se obi e ba kon so e watafo circuit obi e ba ko ataseman so e na ebu akwana ye nu akasa no akire mu se e beboa pa sabe ya court cases ahodo aya na tata so yentimi ndi ne ntentem na behwe na pepa ni na efri honom yentie justice anim yebo ni nsem no bi.
We stand on the grounds of new beginning. From the remnants of dilapidated structures, we stand in the moment of renewal, of new hope or rebirth of hope. A new building, as we are commissioned today, has always signified an opportunity for a new beginning, an opportunity for regeneration, for a new energy. For those of us it is a moment that allows us the needed introspection to enhance the people's confidence in the institution as we seek to dispense equal and accessible justice to all manner of persons without fear or favor, affection or ill will. As we expand the people's access to quality justice, we hope to leave a legacy of an institution steeped in competence, values and ethics. We should not be remembered by nation as judges who stood the low ground, destroying that for which some made the supreme sacrifice long ago. I wish to use this occasion to appeal to the citizenry to collaborate with the judiciary and the judicial service as we strive to expand the frontiers of justice delivery by bringing the courts closer to the doorsteps of our people. On this occasion like this, we call to mind gallant judges whose sacrifices and toil, whose forbearance and untiring commitment to professional values have brought us this far. If we celebrate today, it is because we have fellows like them.
Ne krakra mu na bankra chipanyi de mo man form waterfall. Oni monya for Lord inu salansa de to John waka se why ya ade papa na mebo abaso esa ne se ade a wabeya wo mempeso so hayi ebeboa ma ye kro no afa ne ntuma pa afura
ne din nyina echi no ye san some level of development a ekoso we ye court dan we kan ho baako oha across the country onwa dan yon bo betina mu nka ho o hwe court dan esiwe ne fe na akọ hebe bia judge betina ne fe ukọ kesiem original ekohwe de nanse wampanyi be bia no ba bia judge for betina ekye sampa abanyi ye adwuma enti mo ankasa monya ho adanse for se de wabehu no ende no tie de da nyame ase de bia meka se ye ndem bi pia ban ye tafo de oni yabro na do oni adi ni ye ade bi ba ye mfaso de bia no yesese a ye nya ye chefa nti ebekoso da na se ya na abeka ne wa no so be aso brache onye unim ye wo ye de ba kopie ho enso se da nkrofo ye enti no nanso so wan kopie wan ke ye pe nti ye hwe ne o ma yi because say no abenyen se ebe twa kwan yakọ achichi na ebi ebe ma obi be ka se wo midi ko na se fo na de tafo ha ye bi ho to kwasem se kantwe ne ma basa ne ebetimi di akopie ho bia no ye be sere se mabunu be twem mo afi na de ye nyakọ ya mfa ama se ye de be ha obi anai beteti obi fa ho die so ye se mra mentime ho ase ne sa ne ma na enu tina court wo sa kwan na bi so ene ye de court ya bedua ye tafo a na nye tafo anko a se de ne ye ni bia ne ekọ nkrofo ko di yansem no sa na afoforo so de omo de beba ha a ben omo so abedi nsem ne bi ewa ha so tie chief justice nkasa ye mu a okoto stre ye hwe se dan no ye be maintain na mesome share ne bo me speech mu se sa pepepe ne ye be ye no ebra no de se ye ma dan no etimi tina ho fefefe no ye be ye ne sa ye men ko do stage afi de ye be gi nsem okura ye nya fam ne ye nchefa as an assembly se ye no we ye the common fund in the sea na ni wo mu ne se ebra no bia no common fund administrator ene adwuma ekuo no etimi sesen ze na ha ye municipal afoforo ene ye besi bi wa ha ye besi bi wa ye the discretion of the common fund secretariat enti ye common fund ye be kan say common fund ene ye di see eno nti no ye nhwe emensei
wey onimonyam for Lord inu salanso no ena ye MC edemo manfo a omo waterfall
abusuya egusu e ka mo se Sompa 93.1 FM enwumre no nsia kase na nsa no be bia wo bia na egusu a ye de ema mo star bia ne kase se ye oda ye mfa aseda piesie ema 5G energy drink 5G ena ye de aseda ema wunum se adwuma bia wo ye bia wo pa wode soronko de ye adwuma no a 5G ne ye kanfo de ama wo non alcoholic food and drugs authority mpenfo agya tumu a vimpa na de bo adwuma na wo ko anim 5G no na ma vim we ye teacher ni we ye nsɛmtweni we ye driver ni we ye mate ni we ye software we ye imam we ye doctor we ye nurse ni adwuma we ye bia sa opa wode soroko de ye adwuma no a we ye sportsman anase lady a nyasam ketwa ye 5G ena ma osa hoden no o pedudu atu atone ya na do ani a kire Sompa FM ye premises ase e wo soame anase ofre telephone number ya ye beje so ye ni wadi nkomo bia e wo ho 0246 270221 0246270221 ofra ye no ebedin komo ena aperitivo bita me say so onimu bi ewo Italy abonten so anase eye abrochimemu a enini ni nkomo de busa ne say aperitivo no eye de ade ena de mani padua no ewo huru ni padua ne mu nyina bia wuntiri num ema moja ne timi flow kama so tiase ekotire na sane ekotre na sane ekotre na sane nti da bia ohoden 70 na okoba 80 na okoba 90 na okoba da bia na ohoden no asaso ya brantie asaso ya baba wa we aperitivo non-alcoholic bitters bitters in the so na amanfo adwuna akwa mo se alcohol ni ginam we bibia nim bottles ni nkuma te se ne dame bonkum so yi fe kama sa na nya ba ko na ba eti wonum esaso ma otimi didi so ase ma moja no so no e flow ye apono eba ayi untiri ni mu a ena ya na ma moja ne nko moja no so nko sa na de yade nko na eba nti upe drink ba ko a sese obia nom eye herbs ya kasa ya bibidro ya na kwesi broni eso ne so ne ya keka bomu a wode eye aperitivo no for 0246 270221 opedudu etu atonia anase ebia bebia obutuo ya opese ye agent ne yesesa de brewo na wo yini wanwan ma manfo nya bitono ofre telephone number no a ye beje so na nkomo bia wachiri ye ne wo adi 0246 270221 0246 270221 anase 05055 36 302 05055 302 na ye no edin komo ya tena ekese no wo FA Masters Limited ye ne de bedwa so na ye wo Obasanjo Road a wo Accra Girls Senior High School a wo Enkrapomponemantam enti gibi na ebobo no saa etiwanum matimi tibidi moja no so edi afusa ne ye ti da bia no ayefe da bia no ayekama na okobasa abusuomo na aso ya senimu a ba bia wo bia nwumre eja ya no kaboso gbagba se be fo yira ye de kase mu hwam esommo no ye nto aso ne yamfam konsam fufuro mu na insusuya bia ba se Ghana nurse for so omo ye adwuma se nurse ni pa betamfon se bia WhatsApp wo ye bi TikTok wo kwa akoye bi ana se Facebook ya bai amafo kwa akoye bi a wono susu kwa akoye bi no ebasa na emwa emapom de ne ho nsensem entumpone na wei ayemra na Ghana House of Semperin foto na mo bi ewo dweso bonten so na dehye ewo dweso ede sansusuredie wei emamperin fo mhwapom de ne ho nsensem so wo mo se nkomo yes ade no a enkebeboa pa sa wo beka oba nyinsa susu mu anyasam keto o emu ntesu tete emu netiwie emu aduanefo die na otimi akutakuta de ya 9 months ni duru na wo ka no na obeduru hospital ho no mu a se nurse ni betinani ahwegeli na bia watimi aye pushi na wawo ene ese ne fun ekurakura ne nsa no ani ntinani ehwe ni oda ho no na fun no kutakuta ne sa eno ana sa susu de we ba ye no ade hye wo sunyane esoso ede o ma no atum bia wo mo esusu se beya Ghana House of Semperin phone to sana mo no na ka ye nurse ni pa so obekọ adwuma na okuta mobile phone kasade no o muntwam
so yesa ebise nipa na oyale nti na obaye nti na wose uja ofun to na wo hwe ni wi ansa na wafa wo na bi enipa nso mu yusu ebise wo hwe yale fe so wo hwe ni wie ansa na wakwa akoye ni abaye bia ebise no ho onyale anka bia wo mma ho no se wo so wo hwe no wo hwe ni wie abetimi aye ni opese onye bia
enye isa umfasa bia o badwuma no dun phone na photo silent do we are what point adwuma no we na wa fa phone na wa use
cho da bia hu hia fa so bia obehwe patient na o san yekọ ende enye kra nti monkasa ntrom debi
ade
like obi are serious cry opa onti na ni hwe not wo di me phone so na na Instagram ni Facebook ni TikTok no nti wo hia so mbe mo use phone or hospital
David en kwa sam kula David
adenti
if you say ebi kwa no okoye injection nti oye ko na obetimi kura dia wo wrong pattern o say any kwan so the plan ewo nti wo ye ko pa say wo hwe yare for the David menfo aso enye bad David
enye kula say the mama say teachers for use phone ewo class ni wo say nurse needs to use phone because the panel yari serious I think we yin ni kura emi an phone so this why yen phone na de na wi ase no wa behwe
nya kura emra nipa ne hia se nurse ni be kọ ne nchen na wa jai e na wote ho edin komo onfi nipa na oyare ne ntire ma sometimes say patience no mu nipa ne anes for kono e hu hia kwa se o me use phone during their contact hours
There be any kind some use mobile phone. If you say o use mobile phone now, on be friend on team kase corner so onye corner so anya hwe no omo frefre na be man pressure mana afa corner amana ye ni nsese so ye
abusuanti we Ghana ma de hye binum a wo sunyan enomo ne yenua chiame ni mo edi sankomo ya na wo mo kire se debi eni kwan so wo nurse ni a wa ba adwuma ba ya sabia se wo ba behwa yaafo abo ama yaresa ne yare ho atumpone no na fontutua wonsa no ene TikTok ya ba ya emai wo moto ene omo no funko no mo kire ne suyi se wo ye bia ni wo yonko bi otimi bonkum so se fun so odi twa no hwani e ba sa wo ya ne yade a obede no nyani na de akwakohwe no e bia kaka pempe blood tonic na doctor for chro ye se fama ne num obo se wo de awi ko dey akwakoma no na oya no open nkwa anase open wuo ene nam so ma dehia e wo sunyina bonten so edi nsusue ba emra omne yenua chiame ni modi nkomo se be ya sa de ndie nkomo twema nkebeboa na abusua na nkeba amanso ye hwese ye bekwa amano so ne ye Openi Jones Free Yanto oba santemantema se ya Ghana Registered Nurses and Midwives Association kuno wono ene yetitre ni dano na nke hwese ne bekwa ahomano so akwakodi nkomo kobusa se nsusue yi omuso musenie nenso abusua anwumre homa no entutu mu ye toatoa ye saka Openi Jones wa ye ne bekwa akodi nkomo no ye nto akase ne so
Yensan twerefo de wani atoto fama nante apiepie mu na wakodru asunafo nod ahafomantem school bia ya franu betira bebrese basic school na wo school ne tebia asefem efribra wo si school no 1975 school no ensori na enya Kenya da besi sabre said school ne tia enetie wo hwekeji 2 fu ankwalai afomo no wotena suade mangodua mpase o na omoti na omusuade na nkwala wa basic 1 to basic 3 die ene classroom o mutimu no se ebebu agu o musueni na wani asantwerefo ene PTA chairman a wono asan ye assemblyman edemo manfo wo ho honorable Samuel Bedufo fiedwhwe nkomo no obisa ne se honorable na wo hu nkwala itibia na no se o oni mayafo mehu o ni akrampo ya de ato obanim se wonhwe no meka ya assembly bi ma ya nimonimu ya na nsam o kan ya ne atwi bi gwo homasotie bi
edan ya ewo ya chisesi ya omuhu yese eye oman no a ene de sa edan no esi hu a pani a mu wie school ha se kan no eye 1986 ene omu wie sa dan ya esi hu no a na da so tu a sa be ya nkwara eda so ekomu school enti dan ne de achare ye pa na ne aban so ebe so mu so eno so ne kono ankoye eso nchansi nyina mo akasa hu sesi a eye ahometese enti ade a e ha yen pa ma se ama emofra kora wo school mu ha se no kora no efa ejai esanse awofo no ba no mbehunu se de school no esiti a o ma ne ba ema because since you to na sem from mefa na eya hombete sem be yinkura no tiama yinkura no bebre afifiri mu a omoko nti se de ye wo how pa se de mo ankasa mo ani tua no ye hia moa se omo a omo ka bi a ewo mu no omo mo ayen ya toto yensa akọ aban mu bebre atwotro nkrata atwa pictures bebre ko nso no ye hunu mboa bi a nti yesre omo a omo nsem wo bi ense omo so mebo ayen se
School Management Committee Chairman Nana Kwadwa Medun so de to so say wono kra eye na sefemesa ne say ye de akirefo abaso wa makira de a want to know school no ya wana raho nti wo ya no wasako
ya fihwe emwafri aban se kaman timi emeboa ye bias enchansen say ya ka say ya to iron rods bibia wo ha awase kekede to so aka cement ni ade skani ho say ni esa eto so babia akikiafo ebeda ho ye den e de maye enti oman no e de ato e ho so e na si edan kakra e de ama won enso ani de nanso e be nnen kaman timi ebeye bi so man na ka be ma akikiafo so ani age odne ba ha nani beje so babia oba ba de eno man ko yi ni esa ewu me say akikiafo eni ho oman na nkasa ya fato e ye ho so ya fa two teachers ya na nkasa tua omuka in fact edu bia na akatua na ayeden na so ebiriti ye mo wuremu a ne dia atua sa jike zaka pifefo no obi dan ene ya akoje ene ya ma emofo no e ko school say be week ni dan wura abase opere ne dan say ehina ye konya dan ama wo in fact ama ye hunia ye abasku achem say school na ye school ye school ekuma so wo hwe ba bia tipa ya du na aban omuni mmoa bia e de boa oman je say ye ne ankasa be hwe nkonwa wa ha ayeden the whole school nkonwa wo kwa enu 50 mpo ni na no ye de to aban nim say won so ye mu so obi mpo ne ba school wo so onkofa akonwamra okwa wo mabi
Nana Kwadwo school management committee chairman kasewie ya ne sentwere for tweben guest prefect ebisa ne sa gasa wo so asem wo so musan wo kire mu no kase wo sra ban ne wona wo kabie wo se anya bia wo hwe no medum mo textbooks ani akande a wodi besua de
so wo ba yen school mu ha ye school dan enyenyenyenyen sense oto a intimate na mu nsua de ade se nyina esa ye nem ne ekofi e basa de kire ne nkoso de sra ban se enko ba be yen school dan no amaye ye to su biem yen classes for no omuni dan obi dan mu na agya akopa mo mote ye to su biem keji for no ya wo for na omatwetwe ska omasia se omato iron rods any cement se ye maho ode na ekofum te sra ban so ba boa ye na dan no be e page adu bia ye nto aso ne yemfa nkoye ni ye to su biem ye ni ICT lab sra ban se eyesana na ma ICT teacher na obre
betre abebrese emebezi school hu foni ne atwade a kire wo no
abusiafo enfam nkoye nuabe ma Christian achu atena ye na momoni tuare hosem a ato abrantie se asase woso ye ewo teki abonten so honum na mekope bibia bedi ene me bede ne nam abrantie wo bɔ no ball a wo hweso benya kakra no atubi ama abusiafo organa mema se ne miamia hodo a na yere ne ma wo se beye no mo nsa beko o ma no akwa ball awie kwasiada ase go crowd ena agane nuanom se yenkɔ ni kakra akwa na ne awie a akwa keteso akwa okona danfo bi nchen na omache be no miensa no sorry ye se okɔ fie a ɛwɔ teki abonten so woduru fie onom ene sa asase ɛwo so na abrosan no a yesi ɛtoa so be 13 du miensa no edwirego abegu no so ɛyɛ befu a ene esi foforo no na Ghana fo ene mpaebɔ ene akomkyere ene nyankopɔn ye wonu nti no yenim se ne abrantie no we ni papa na komasi ye no ɛyere so paso se dan a otweri ampojan krompon se ne da bia yenim so ye Ghana ni na odo Ghana fo no dwene Ghana man ho no obaji yenuan ene ye de ne mpaebɔ saa wo mo ye fasting woni ana botton so se ne petana ipete le manka bo le grade akwa bi de wosi ya bro akani ebedi ne nyina mu mpaebɔ na agani da kwan se twedi amponya krompon baji yenua Christian achu na no memenda no pa na metiase ya ye Ghana fapem dwumadie ena eja ebeto dwa se bebia ade ne keka kono de yenua Christian achu wo ma akwa hu amu no a kese blocks so a edwiri dia beto abrante ne so no na akwa ya rehosem na enra ena ensese ya Ghana ban ne teki aban ye no amu no efri eye teki abonten so ebeduru omayimu a Ghana sojafo ene ye dema wunum kosi se mpenifo be nhyehyeye na ene na yiyo ene da omde besie ne bekoso no na ene ebusua adofo akwa adofo na yakwa pay yenua Christian achu krabie na Ghana Prison Service mpenifo na aba bonten kire se wo mo de Christian achu awu na obi esu na omo de omusu no eche obia se abribia ombehia moa Christian achu ometo nsafre no won hwebonkum ehwe nifa ehwe babia obeba no ababebo wonum se ebia prisoner bi na waba beda honum na ebia bone oye no na wo se ebia otua sika bi na wanya ntua Christian achu baba bitua sika ababeyi wo ya ne sisia woni ko bi from say Crime Check Foundation for the kabomu a omo etusa no mo no a omo se so mo sese kra nipa be 120 ana na gu prisoner enam Christian achu na muntu so nti no omo nyina omo etimi eyi omo ye ne wasa so obo mu dwetira omo anya adwuma eye DOP Samolo Ousu Amponsa Director of Operations our Ghana Prison Service one some performance semtwefo di nkoma o kire se nya mianum nie omato abese no adekese pa na ato omani a omo de omo busa se ye di asem kese ne si seche jamasi a enu ntintumpan ana bama wanyo obia se Christian achu no kofa no yi
achu for about 3 to 4 years now you know in a friendship and as a relationship na oba in some extra in no and on the ball no be donations so na you yare no mu hin room so or koto in room no is coming to room at the same time so almost finds more centers and others serious so or tia more fans moment actually especially in some near and seniors na it is hot of the fly by Nagro you be a obu a dear no brand was or man also kakra sɛ ɔbrɛ no ho ase yɛ ma obi yɛ sɛ obi anka sɛ bi nka wakyi din kakra na nka kyɛ sɛ ɔma no ho so bɛt ɔbrɛ no ho ase a nyame adom kyɛ sɛ ɔbrɛ no ho ase na afei nso ne nsɛm so bɔ na ɔbu adeɛ nso asat koraa de bebree ayɛ basa kyɛ sɛ yɛte sɛ earthquake na si na ɔka ho no mpaebɔ a no mugu so ɛbɔ nso yɛnte asɛm bɛ a wɔtwa ne nadi ahwɛ dan sɛ president ne ɔmo ayerɛ ako papapapapa because ɔmo afa no sɛ ɔmo nia a ɔmo ne na ɔha ɔgada professionals no ɔne ɔmo abɛbɔ bɔɔl ɛne ɔmo abɛbɔ match ɛwɔ hɔ business ɔmo werɛ ako paa waboa yɛ nyame waboa yɛ paa biribi a yɛde bɛto n'anim sɛ ɔnyɛma yɛ no ɔyɛ ma yɛ na afei nso ɔba ɛne ɔbɛbɔ bɔɔl ɛma yɛn nyinaa yɛ ne gyi nti sɛdeɛ yɛwerɛ ako paa
Observant Tiweye a director of operations at Ghana Prison Service a Jame Papanom DOP Samuel Ousu Amponsa ena yetene kanwa na odi Christian achuhwa dansie senya mienumnie adekesi ato mani pa na busia we breaking news yamfantum anim se Christian achu asem no ayeka se asase wosoi ena adan e wo kromo no mudwirigu ye no sisi ayeka sei yesitaki kromo no no a asase na sa usu bio asasena sa wo su bio a wo take abonten so na die kire ba de eche kuru yi abusiafo yento akase ne so na yenkomra
Yankwa homa no so na yankodi enkomo bi sompansa ntwefo yenya ne nte yese wokopie mu ewo nsuta asante mampon heya abrante bi ankrofo bi susu sana adwe mu ka no sebe wabodam waje telebi nkwa afri ne nsam ya enu nti oro otu achampon ewa homa no so no na ye dansini yankwa ne nchen ne yanko bisa na de apotia esiye Mr. Champon, good evening o. Hello.
Hello.
Ora champa me moajo.
Fine me no.
Sompa TV Sompa FM sunie bibia abakọ de.
Nyame adom.
Ya de Awurade ase. Na wona wani sem ade asiye e won suta. Mesra boy nkomo kakra.
Yo. Me wo fane otoyo. Na o dinifie ewo frɛ baabi powerhouse na bodam ni no awai no sɛ wa abodam wa no num wi ni ne ma na ɔde ne niema agogu ne fie na mo fa na ka kyerɛ sɛ wonyi niema no emfiri fie hɔ no mo na wɔn pɛ saa enti wa ma no won ne be 3 times ɔka wo mu te ya no ɔbɛka kyerɛ sɛ bodam ni bi tata no fie hɔ no mo enti o ma no won ne enti ne ɔka kyerɛ sɛ wonyi niema no firi efie hɔ no mo nti anope wo sori ono so we tell ani e wo nsuta nti ofra bonkoso ana wa fefie ho no mo asa na obesna ko na dwumam afa de anope wo duru ho no ane manda so gu no ofra ka ten sa anytime ka say yini ema no na wa anie say de afa wo ma ba so won say odi a bond kon achi po yensom ene government hospital ekoduru ya nese wu kurade a enkwantim ne nese mo fa no edi efiri mu nti yete ye no nese aye asefem na ye rashe ko ho no mu isapo before edika achi no omchi no no mo gya no ni maame bi ni kura ni maame kura no utie mu a otata ni maame ofie ho no mu a se apefo no chi no a aso mo kan se wudo obi betum na se o ma na aduane ni a omtimi egya no enti ma guy ba konsusu nika okututu ho niema ekotunton di eno o me ya chi no tu na pe so no ase ja na se oni namsuta ho no a je se ase obi antimi nkana sem ene se ne ni nyame nukure ni sape so no anra sha ma ho no a ene nka de mbeti enya sem papa enti na mo te ya na de ho no
Inti Mr. Champon, otoyo na bodam no sabi waje ne kwa free ne nsam ne wahu.
Bodam ni de won de wada so te ase.
Inti de wo no e free no otoyo.
Amanfo na anya pe fa so trade ya ne nka amanfo so ebetwa no soka.
Na Mr. Champon wako otoyo na busu afia na.
But you say,
what me akọ otoyo na busuafo fie?
What's me yetimi abefi?
Me bisa se what me akọ otoyo tell ni na ya gene what me akọ na busuafo ho.
Ah, sir, you say no, the akọ say na asem na akọ ye akwesufo asem. Nti say no ya akwesufo na asem no we wo mo nsem. You say you need the omo achi no.
Okay. Na che say ewo opposifo nsem ye die. Mpanyifo betumi ademra na to ne a eda. Meda wase se wakosoa de wani edi asem na chi na wato ye nkra ti se ye. Mesra wakosoa ye ne sama me abibra ye ba wo nkyan a na wagye ye so edi ama ye se ya. Abusiafo asama esiye ewo nsuta ewo asante mampon heya ena owura otu achampon abeboye nchiremu mapanini na eye tele ni be ye franu otoyo abrante bi ankrofo so nsabi na adwemu ka no chese waboda mo no wagye ne nkwafiri ne nsam ya
abuzafo enyina we su na nwumre nsam e baba no de beso mo ne yemfa mu nsi ase ne nsori ma kofuri ene na pamfo metena se asem de mpe ni pada da nipa ene be kwa akopɛ ne ho asem na agya enkomo e wo honum no muni emfa enkyere yen ene due na earthquake na yate se asesi bio ewo take abonten so no mpanimfo ne animdifo kire se ne muduro no eye be 6.4 magnitude. Yesi emuduro no eye 6.4 magnitude na esi ye enche bia yesi amanfo ho dwire a adwiri wonum ewo take ho no mu bio no take bio nti abusua ne SCC a
na chese the day kan no na ye 7.8
yes
na we ne 6.4
na omose enya duru 6 ono a ene ya na ehu itimi dwira dan guo itimi kunipa ne ade no nti we here den we teki ho ne enua Christian achu ekodi agro ko bobra ewi asiasa ase woso ye emene wonka ati asefo hu bio na ho no abio omo de je se earthquake ne de omo fa ne se ne eja obi anya ade bi a wo ye yi no chese omo de di agro ho na ye tete ne ye ni di akiri ehye mo bose kina no pa ene ye kase ahodo edi enim ne be frato bia wo ho no ye mfa enkam ye nim se Ganafo e wo ho pa omo kofa entade ne tade egukuro se nyina ekokra free turkey also so na material ne ntuma papa ewo yensi kofure mu som ato aso bidede ya bo amale bia boga nwumre me ne
akua bo achewa asempa yitia
ya da mo se ema monitor enya do kofuri ne na pamfo esom ko ba piatumi enko Sompa